We help families build six-figure family businesses through credit funding, online business, and family banking strategies. That's our I help statement. Our offer is we guarantee that you will find a business, fund the business with $25,000 or more so you can fund it, and fortify the business by automating it and protecting it with the family business trust. If that does not happen, we will work with you for free until it does. All of this within 6 months. If this doesn't happen within 6 months, we will work with you until that's our offer, right? As you can see, our I help statement is slightly different from our offer, right? Our offer is just to explain to a random person, we help families build six-figure family businesses. Who would you be? Oh, I would consider myself a family business coach or a business coach for families. If someone asks, oh, who are you and what do? You say, a business coach for families. I would say I'm a business coach for families, and we help families build six-figure family businesses. So if you're curious on our offers for the Family Dynasty program, which of course everyone in here is on, right? Our offer for that is we guarantee that we will leverage the business, as in leveraging the current family business that you have. Right, the current one on here has a business, and it's a family business. Even if you like it or not, you're gonna pass it down to someone, or you're gonna sell it. It's a family business, right? You're selling it to somebody, right? So we actually show y'all. So I can tell y'all. Okay, I can't find it right now, but I'll just tell you the offer, right? So we guarantee that we will build a team around your business and build a family office. Then integrate your family so we can actually build that family wealth through a trust creation assessment. So giving you a trust and being able to build that family foundation, right? Which is like family history, this and the third, all within 90 days. And if not, we'll work with you for free until we do. Simple, right? And I said that a bit weird, so I'll say it a bit easier to understand, right? We will help you build a 5-figure family office or 6-figure family office, or start your first 5-figure family office. Let's put it that way. Build a family trust, right? And have your first $10,000 in permanent life insurance, or fund you with a minimum $10,000 life insurance policy, and integrate your family all within 90 days. So Gabe, does that make sense? So that's what we need to make for you. When you have calls, when someone wants to be a part of your daycare, you have to be able to explain what you do to them that's digestible. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the issue, the I help statement, also follow it up with the offer.
Correct. So who are you? What I help statement and your offer. Those three things are going to be super important. So who are you? Like, what would you say you are? Title. Give yourself a title. What's your title with your business?
I am an early child care practitioner.
Early child care practitioner. Boom. That's solid. That's very specific. I understand exactly what that means. How can you help me as the parent? Like, what do you do?
I guess that's why I have to put that into words. But what I will say right off bat is I prepare students for.
I'm gonna give you a nice little hack real quick. I'll pull up. I actually share my screen.
Yep, I remember this thing, and I just wanted to say that it was so dope that his care teaches expose children to instruments, as well as when I have a daughter in daycare, see that places I've applied for daycare. So that's pretty dope. So also incorporating that into that help statement, or that selling point, will definitely be. I don't think you're in my area. You would have signed up for your daycare. What? Introduce.
Say that one more time.
We're going in and out for a second, Anastasia.
So what if I said opposed to? Looking at guarantee. Guarantee is wrong. So what if I said guarantee in induction form? That's solid.
However you want to phrase it.
However you make sure that, because if I say learn, that everybody must learn.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing wrong with it. I was just thinking like, what is about out of the team?
Can you guarantee them to have a decent conversation?
Oh, yeah.
So if you know with the utmost confidence that you can guarantee it, then you include it in your guarantee. Don't doubt it just because you're putting it in writing. You're like, if you're doubting, remember the evidence. Have I done this before? Yes, I have. And I can guarantee it. Because that's what you're doing, is you're having doubts. So you'll decrease the value. Everyone in regular public schools already say, I'll introduce you. But if you're guaranteeing that I can hold a conversation, then that's way better than me just being introduced. I can introduce myself by Googling it. Let's be honest, right? So like, what is the difference between you and Google? That's what I'm saying, right? So I would honestly just guarantee what you can guarantee. So like, these are common, easy structures for you to make when it comes to creating things. So X equals target audience. And I'm only referring to the I help statement on this, right? Y equals outcome / result. And then Z equals how you get them to outcome slash result. Does that make sense? So your X is would be who? Who are you targeting when you're doing your daycare? Who are you talking to mainly?
I actually was targeting community industry to languages and different things like that. So I'm really targeting black for the come down to black community exists within the summer. Yeah.
So, so let's say Gabe's I help statement. So I help, and who did you say your target was?
I'm actually targeting the African American this community.
African American who?
The ones that's within this community. Because we're in the suburbs. Yeah.
Got it. But who buys?
Both of the black and
Rephrase. Do children buy this or do
no,
the parents?
the parents.
There we go. So you're not just targeting any person that's in the community, you're targeting parents, African American parents. That's who your target audience is. Does that make sense? So then my question is now, what is the outcome? What are they getting? What is the results of them working with you?
So generally, working with me, they get things they wouldn't do. They make some feedback kids out the language and also teach them music.
Say it again. You went out. You were breaking up.
So we pretty much offered them the opportunity to swim, learn how to swim, learn how to dance, and to
Don't give me the features. Give me the outcome for the parent. What
Okay.
if I'm a parent and I'm saying, hey, I'm
So
interested
by the
in
end of this program, your child should be able to speak a new language.
no,
know
that's the
how
commodity. That's the guarantee, right? Z, that's the how to get them
now
the result. What are common parent problems? What are some problems that parents go through when it comes to stuff like this? What is their happy place?
be
When
honest. Parents, a lot of the parents, let me just say it, my observation is I really feel like a lot of my parents,
I'm muffled, so you got to speak a little bit louder.
I feel like a lot of my parents, they just want their kids to be somewhere between 7 and 6.
There we go. That's an outcome or result, right? So the outcome is, but safe in in a place, it's not enough. So, for example, I remember when I was younger, I would go to daycare. What would my parents be doing when I'm not there?
Perfect.
So why can't I be there and work with them as a child? Like they can work while I'm around them. Why I gotta go to daycare?
All because they working from home. If your parents are working from home, you kind of in the way.
Breaking up.
If you are at home, your parents is working from home, the kid is in the parent way.
There we go. That's the outcome and results. They want to get rid of them.
I didn't want to say that because Nastasia just said she was a parent.
Nastasia wants to get rid of him too. What you mean? If she could have time to herself to work on her business, sometimes when she is not dealing with the child, think about it, right? Nastasia may have to work on the business. She got a lot of stuff on her plate right now, right? And I'm telling you the outcome. This is how you would talk to them. You're talking to their problems. Nastasia, can you unmute yourself real quick? I want to use you as an example. Okay, look, I own a daycare business, right? And what'd you say, Gabe? What'd you say? What's your title again?
Child care practitioner.
Child care. That's what I forgot. So, Nastasia, I'm an early child care practitioner. Do you have a business? Got it. What do you do? Say it again. I think your hand might be over the mic or something because I think it cuts it off. Look at Nastasia. She out here messing up her own mic and stuff. I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so it's my Bluetooth. I'm a tax advisor.
You're a tax advisor. Oh, and let me ask you this: do you think that you would get more work done if your child wasn't always around you sometimes, like distracting you?
Yes, I absolutely need some time away to get some business done.
Absolutely, I got you. So if I could take that away from you and allow you to be able to make more money, do more business, while making sure that your child is safe at the same time, would that make you happy and educated?
Yes, absolutely. What's also really mad is what she is learning while she's not in my care. How she's growing inside of that. So that's why I was saying I really love to hear how he does introductions to instruments and languages and stuff like that because that's not something that's offered in a lot of daycares. We talked about instruments, but actually having one or learning another language. So I think that's really great.
Exactly. Gabe, you heard that? Did you hear how I said it though?
Yes, I did.
Right? I already know her problem. Right. Her problem is she wants to get away from her children and do more work. And I'm saying it a bit aggressive, right? She obviously doesn't want to get away from them, right? She just wants to remove distractions, and sometimes the children can be distracting, right? So she's not able to make more money. The outcome, though, is for her to make more money, to work more on her business. And so if she can put them in a safer environment and in a daycare to solve that problem so she can make more income for her child, then she will buy from you every time. So your outcome is to everything I just said. I know I said a lot, but like that was it, right? Let's say safety, and I'll put this in a sentence later, but safety, remove distractions, because I'm putting problems in an outcome, but I'll put it in a solution manner in a second. Distractions and more money. Work on business. These are just some things that you can say that is an outcome or a result that you give them. That's what parents want from a daycare, brother. It's not,
Yeah.
they could care less about the language. It's nice. They not putting it there. I mean, people pay for daycares when they don't give them a language, bro. The language and the instrument and the reading is just an icing on the top. You feel what I'm saying? So,
But it's
but
definitely big though.
it is big.
That's
It's
definitely
definitely
big.
big.
Like I would like if that was the difference between a daycare, I would sign my daughter up for one where you have more exposure. So exposure to different things and also culture, like what they're doing with the whole graduations and then having like a family day. All that stuff really matters to me. All while that's having that time away from my kid. But there's a lot of places I could choose to have that time away from my kid. Saying so that I could also probably adding like parents there maybe like busy making a cooking parents.
Being even more niched.
You know,
Absolutely, right? That's I 100% agree, right? Your Z would be how is your features, but your outcome is you're helping them be able to do what they really love to do, which is provide for their family and worry free, 100%. So I would put that in there because I put that in the sentence. Fine. Provide for their family, worry free. Boom, right? And then I'll just say common problems stopping to make more money and work on business. They be safe, distracting. Those are just some common problems. You know what I'm saying? So your outcome is to help I help African American busy parents provide more for their families worry free without the distractions of their child. However you want to phrase it, right? Without avoiding whatever that is. And you can rephrase this to make it sound good for you. I'm really just going off the top here. You know what I'm saying? But these are just like this is what I would suggest you really go through. I mean, we can broke it down here on the call, but like you really want to go more in depth. That's why I say I highly suggest you go through the online business thing because it doesn't matter what you're in. You gotta have this. You know what I'm saying got to. So if we put this in an I help statement, I help. Let's grab this African American parents. Boom. I'm gonna put this in. I'll change that later. Provide more for their families without the distractions of their children through teaching. I don't know, not even through. Wow, teaching children this right here. Children how to read and learn a new instrument and language. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, honestly, you're not going to say this all at once. It's too long, right? So the only thing that I would say is I would say for sure everything in red and put it like that, right? So for sure everything in red, and then without distraction of their children could be like option depending on how you feel, which is in blue. Now the black is if they say, well, how do you do that? Then you would say the black part. Oh, how I do that is I actually teach the children how to read, how to learn a new instrument, and they should be able to have a full-blown conversation within 6 years of going through us. Also, how
actually getting all of your teachers.
you said on board with what?
So this actually helps employees get on board with it. Just knowing that
100%.
it makes it easier. Let me put it like that because I have to explain more meetings explain that this is what we're doing every time to make sure that we're doing it. Where this is written down in their face, I don't have to remind them. They see.
100%. So this should be written down in their face. Core values should be written down in their face. The mission should be written down in their face, and the vision should be written down in their face. All this should be written down in their face. All four of these should be like you should be repeating this every single day to them. every day until it brains in their mind, right? But you got to make sure that this vision is super big. If you have a small vision, right? Let's say I just want to get my vision is to just get 30 more students in the program. They'll like that, but they won't see how they would be able to fit within that vision, right? So when you're in hiring people, you have to make sure that the vision is so big that they can see themselves in that vision. Our vision is to empower 1 million families break generational poverty and trauma within their households. 1 million. That's our vision. It may not be in this lifetime, it may be in the next lifetime, but we will impact 1 million families, break generational poverty and trauma within their households. Anyone can see themselves doing that. Anyone would want to join a movement like that. So not only does it have to be super big, it has to be like a movement in a sense. You get what I'm saying? So they can see themselves doing that. And then the mission is like the action. Core values is like, how do I say this? I'm literally in the name, but I don't know any other way to say it. It's literally the values, right? This is what they embody. This is like, I always say have 3 to 5. That's like a nice number, 3 to 5 core values, right? Like this is like every single day they embody the core values. These are their values of what they represent, of what you represent as the brand. The value should be based off of your characteristics, how you move, how you run the business, how you move through life. That's how your core value should be. You know what I'm saying? So mission could be the I hope statement as well. Just rephrase it in a mission. Sometimes we've done that as well. But honestly, this is what will, you shouldn't have any issues with hiring after this point or bringing new business. Because when you're on these calls, you're going to find out what their goals are. You're going to find out what their problems are, maybe any roadblocks that they have. And once you find the roadblocks, you're going to find out how much money they have. I'm glad you were able to share all that with me. So, of course, every business, or when it comes to a business, every business requires some form of investment to be able to get started. You know what I mean? I know your child. I know you want to be able to provide more for your family. And so I kind of assist you with that. And I know you mentioned you wanted to make $1,000 or not $10,000. I know you wanted to be able to provide more for your family. And you told me that you wanted to make $10,000 a month. And in order for you to do that, you got to be able to kind of put your family, your children with us. Just curious, how much funds do you currently have set aside to be able to put your children through daycare? Oh, I have about, let's say, like 4,000 set aside. Cool. Credit wise, how much do you have? Cash on, not cash on hand. What's your credit score? What's your personal and business, right? Blah, blah, blah. However you want to phrase it. I don't know how the calls go. I'm going based off my industry, and that's how I'm like in general. If as long as you things, then as long as you know the money beforehand, this is just how I feel. You should know the money before you even get the offer. You should know how much money they have before you get the offer. The reason why I say that is if they don't have the money, you don't have to waste time giving them the offer. If they don't got the money, cool. Unfortunately, this isn't a good fit. It usually starts at this amount. How about we do this? Maybe we can get you on a lower monthly one, maybe, or like whatever lower offer, down sell. You should have a funnel, which means you should have a down sell offer and an upsell offer. It shouldn't just be one price for young and old. They can't afford the core product, which is what we discussed that needs to be doubled. You need to have like a down sell version, right? So, which could be the current price you have it at now, which is fine too, right? So you just have two different prices. You'd have packages now at this point. And so if someone's not qualified for one package, you can downsell them to the next one so you don't lose the actual client. It's called creating funnel within your business, right? So I'd be like, oh, well, if you don't, it usually starts around $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month. That's something I just wanted to let you know. Is that something you're open to do? Yeah, I'm open to do that. I can afford that. All right, cool. So this is the offer that we have. And if they can afford 5,000, whatever, or what is it? What did we say the pricing was? $4,000 a month on younger and your $2,000 a month on the older, because we're doubling the prices, then boom, let's do it that way then. I help African American busy parents provide for their families worry-free without the distractions of their children. And how we exactly do that is we teach them how to read on an X grade level, right? I'd be very specific on how they're able to read. How do they read on X level? How they can learn any instrument on demand and learn any new language where they can completely have a new conversation within 6 years. That's how we do that. And I don't even have your offer, and I have conviction behind it. Right. So like, boom, they're gonna be like, damn, you do all that. excuse my language, but like that's how they would do it. That's how they would say it. Even Anastasia is like, dang, I would do that. You know what I'm saying? So then they're gonna be like, okay. And then and I would say after I say all that, then I would be like, oh yeah, we help them. How exactly we help them read is we do this. How exactly we help them learn a new instrument is we do this. How exactly we help them learn a language, we do this. Right? Or whatever you're offered. Excuse me. This is where we after the I help statement, then we get into the offer, right? Which is the guarantee, right? Which is this right here. We guarantee X, do Y, by we guarantee X. And if we do that, then we will do Y. Right? That's like your formula for guarantee. I'll give you an example of ours. Right? We guarantee that you will find a business, acquire 25K in funding, and automate automate your business while protecting. Can't even spell, y'all. I'm gonna just condense that. Acquire 25K in funding, automate and protect your business with a business trust. And I'm at this point here, right? I'm at the and part. And if we don't fulfill our duties, oh, I meant to say this, trust, within 6 months. I always forget to say that. Within 6 months. And if we don't fulfill our duties within 6 months, then we will work with you for free until we do. That's our guarantee. Does that make sense, Gabe?
Yep.
Got a firm understanding on what to do next?